All right, let's get going here. I'm going to go ahead and give us a quick walkthrough of the platform. So, just to give you a little framework for the point of view I'm going to go through here, the way we find this really works best is to give you really the point of view of the end customer. So, the approach I've taken here is I'm a local business owner. I've started a small, sports bar, and I'm just trying to get things up and running and off my feet. So, what I'm going to do here, being the educated person I am, I'm going to go ahead and use this platform here to build that distribution list, those contacts, and really get my business rolling. So, how am I going to go about doing this? The first thing I'm going to have to do is go to my manage contacts and really start organizing my distribution lists. So, what this does here is it allows you to build different distribution lists for the storing of your contacts. Now, really, this is the heart of the system. This is where everything gets done. All of your contacts you gather is put here, they're stored here, they're organized here, and then you'll use this later to send out your messaging, your marketing information to your customers. And this really allows you to organize everything, build everything. And you can see here I've got some pre-made distribution lists. One thing I've got here is a couple of these have been automatically generated, and we'll go over that a little bit later. But just some basic ideas, like I've got a deals distribution list that I built basically to put for sending my customers who want coupons and discounts. I've got a VIP list for my really good customers who I can always count on coming and the ones I really want to take care of. So, all right, we're going to start organizing these contacts. We're going to start building these contacts. Obviously, I need to start gathering these contacts. I need to build up these distribution lists. So, the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to go on over to collect contacts, and I'm going to use something similar to like a web form. This is really the most obvious way to do it. For this, what we have is an online sign-up form, as we call it. So you can see here, I've built, using an existing template, an online sign-up form that can be used to gather data. And you can see here it's a pretty standard form. First name, last name, email, the phone number, etc. Normally, customers won't put all this information all in one form. They'll usually try to go more targeted, maybe one or two of these, but we really wanted you to see everything we can put on the form here. If you look at the bottom, you can actually see some custom fields I've put together for gathering, data that appears to me. As a sports bar owner, I want to be interested in your sports. Maybe I want to know your address to see how local you are, a number of options. So what the customer can do, they go in, they fill this all out. I'm just going to throw in a couple key fields here for myself. Maybe I just, these aren't all required as you can see, but, it's all useful information. I'm going to go ahead and add my phone number here and get myself on this distribution list. As you can see here, the favorite sport, however, is required. I'm a football man myself, so we'll go ahead and put that in. And boom, I've been added to that distribution list as soon as I confirm it on my phone. In addition to regular forms, we also have some embedded forms. Now, the idea of the embedded form is the thing about the online sign-up page I went over earlier is it's a full screen thing. You saw we had its own web page all to itself. And while you can configure that with your own designer in addition to using our templates, sometimes you need a smaller box. Maybe you're going to be doing a banner ad. Maybe you want to put this on an existing web page you already have. For that, we have the embedded online sign-up page. As you can see here, it's a little simpler. There aren't as many configuration options. I could set the background color, the font color, things such as that. But overall, the general layout and feel is pretty set. However, the advantage to this is once it's all generated and looks the way you want it to, all you have to do is copy the code in this box, put that where you want it to appear on your website, and boom, it's done. Already taken care of. One other way we have is actually integrated through Facebook. If you have a Facebook fan page, and me being, the savvy local business owner I am, have one of course, we can actually make it so that there's a form right on your Facebook page that customers can fill out and sign up. And it works just like the other two, it's just it's hosted through Facebook as well. So these are three various ways you can gather that information from a form. Thing is, these are all kind of old-fashioned. A lot of people are moving towards the mobile market. The whole cell phone opt-in keyword thing is really growing. So for that as well, as the business owner, I'm also going to create a keyword for my distribution list. And you can see here I've created the keyword spicy. So if you were right now were to text the word spicy to 99,000, you would actually be signed up for the distribution list. And you'll actually get some of the messages I do as we go through this demo. As you see here, we have an automatic response that'll happen whenever someone texts in that word. And what I'll do is I'll probably make some printouts, maybe put them in the center of each table, put a big one up by the register, and just really get that advertising out there. So let people know that all they have to do is text this one word, and I'm going to start sending them deals and coupons. The first thing I want to go over is something called mobile voting. Now, this is very similar to things you've seen, such as American Idol or any of those other popular shows. It's a little different, and the way we do it is via a keyword. So what I've done here, I got my bar, got the games coming up on Sunday. I got one really big screen, couple smaller ones. I want to know which game should I put on the big screen that's going to make my customers the happiest. So I put together a mobile voting. You can see here I created the keyword big screen, and I gave you some voting choices. Maybe you want to see the Patriots this Sunday, Lions, Niners, maybe the Bills. And I'm going to have my customers do this vote. So not only do I gather this information and know what people want to vote for, as we mentioned earlier, we also generate custom distribution lists for each voting choice. So if you look here, I actually have a distribution list for each option, and as you vote, you will be put into that distribution list. So what I can do, say next week, maybe Monday Night Football, the 49ers are on, I can send a message out to that distribution list and let them know that, hey, your game's going to be on the big screen. It's going to be center attention. Come on down tonight and catch the game with us. So it's a nice targeted marketing. It's people I know are into that sport, and I can reach through that. In addition, we have some other tools for mobile voting, including, of course, a report. Unfortunately, nobody's voting on this side, but that's okay. This would actually show a bar graph of what everyone's voted for normally. Well, another fun thing we do, other than voting, is something called text to screen. What we can do here is I can plug in a monitor into a computer, just a TV or whatever, and show on the screen this little widget I've created here for the game. So I kind of made this for last night, threw this together in about 10 minutes, got a little Eagle and Chicago Bears logo for that game last night. And what I can do here is all you have to do is launch up the little face widget that we created, put it up on the full screen, and boom, there it is for everybody to see. Follow along with it home. And right now, if you were to text in shout to 99,000, followed by your message, you'd see it right there on the screen. So this is really cool, and this is a really fun way. We've seen places do some really creative stuff like this. And the really cool about this is while you're having fun, you're interacting with other people, you're still building that distribution list. You're getting people onto it. You're gathering those contacts for your database. So, all right, we got some voting. We got some stuff on the screen. Now, let's do a shuffle responder. So what's a shuffle responder? A shuffle responder will allow you to send back different random messages to a phone. So what I've put together here is a little football trivia. I go to trivia night once a week at my bar. We put the thing up, the games that people play. So what I built was a quick little distribution list. If you text in the word trivia to 99,000, you'll get one of these 8 random facts about the NFL I gathered on the internet and imported here through my import messages here. And then those will go out. Every time you text in, you're going to get a different random fact until you've seen them all in any order. Now, once you've seen them all, we'll actually show you a little message at the end that says you've seen them all. I'm saying check out my quiz night on Thursdays and get them in. And that's just another fun way to get your customers engaged. Some of the popular uses for this is a joke of the day. That's very popular. A lot of churches use this for like daily Bible verses and motivational messages. And so this is kind of a cool feature, again, that lets you build up your distribution list without, making people commit to things and have to just directly do it. It's kind of a roundabout way. I've done all this gathering information. I'm building up all these distribution lists. I obviously need to communicate now. I have to send messages to these customers. So, obviously we've only done half the job. Well, what are some different messages we can do out? Well, one of the first things I kind of want to go over is coupons. Customers love coupons. They just do. Now, what I did here, using my premium features, I went and pre-made some mobile coupons, and I made something here for half off appetizers. So if we look here, I generated about 50 coupons, got about 38 remaining on this campaign. I can send these out, and these are basically alphanumeric type codes that we can organize. So now that I've generated these coupons, I can actually send these to my customers. So I've got a little message I pre-made here. We're going to go ahead and send out a text message to some of my customers. And I basically put together a quick deal, limited time offer, bringing this coupon in for half off any appetizer. And then if you look at this bottom line here, you're going to see a bunch of weird text. What this is a placeholder variable. All you have to do to make that show up is if you click this button that says insert coupon code, go ahead and select the coupon you want to do, and boom, it puts it in there automatically. And when this message gets sent to your customers, that variable will be automatically replaced with the coupon code that you want to use. So this will be a different message for each customer, and they'll all be personalized, so it's pretty cool. Alright, now obviously I'm going to want to send it to everybody on my deals list. I want to send it to my VIP guys because they're my best customers. So let's go ahead and preview this. Go ahead and go to the next page, take a one last look, make sure I know how to spell, everything looks great, make sure you know what the cost is going to be. Alright, everything looks good here. Let's go ahead and send that on out. And if you were on that distribution list, you would be getting the coupon code pretty much right about now. And there it is on my phone. So as a business owner, I can't give the guy who's running my register, the waitresses on the floor, access to my full marketing tools. So what we have for this is a little bit of a redemption pop-up. So if we go to coupons here, click on my coupon, and I click on the pop-up, you'll see we've got a little web page here. It's got its own URL, and this is all you have to give to the person at the register. Maybe you just want to throw an iPad behind the register, a little laptop down there, whatever, just as long as you can get to this website. And then your customers can come in, enter the coupon code they got, or the person running the register, of course. Enter that coupon code, and click redeem. And boom, you can see my coupon was redeemed. Now, if I come back and try to get my deal twice, click redeem. As you can see here, it's already been redeemed. So the guy behind the register knows, hey, I can't give this guy 2 coupons. So that's already all set. So that's kind of nifty. Nice, makes it nice and easy for me as a business owner. And in addition, I can come in here and actually see reports on how my coupons are doing. And I get some good feedback and information from this. I can see when they redeemed it, all this different information. Pretty nifty, pretty cool, very powerful. All right, so one other thing I kind of want to go over on the Keyworld world is, when I was younger, I would always go to restaurants, and they always had these little cards on the table. And if you looked at the card, it would be feedback to provide to the restaurant. You would just drop it off in a box and leave. And while I'm sure that's some great gathering of information, what it really lacks is a two-way communication for you really to try to get that customer back, assuming it's bad feedback. So one way I thought of to make this work is I've set up a keyword called review. And the way this keyword works is if you send the text the word review to 99,000, followed by a message, I will actually receive a notification in my inbox right here. So I can actually receive the message and then respond back to the customer with my own message, which can go a long way to keeping your customers happy and engaged. So if we take a look here, we get a couple reviews already in talking about how great everything was. Maybe I want to say thank you to them, or maybe in the case where I want to bring them back, I can just come in here, send a message, and it'll go right to that customer, allowing us to do that two-way communication, which is really cool and powerful. All right, so everything's built. We're building messages. We're sending messages. All right, well, last night, Monday Night Football wasn't as good as I want it to be. I need to step it up for next week. So one way I have to do this is to send out an MMS. So what I put together here is we're going to put together a little MMS to my distribution list. And I went on, Google last night, and I found nice little quick, easy Monday Night Football logo. And I put together a sweet game, little ad here. Join us Monday for the game, where all wings are half off. You must bring this phone with you to get your discount. So, I threw the image to engage them, and I've got a little coupon in there that isn't restricted, just to pull them in. All right, let's go ahead and select who this is going to go out to. Obviously, I want to send it to my customers who want good deals. I just gave them some free wings there. VIPs are going to get everything. I love those guys. And then I also added the Shout distribution list, which is a distribution list we were building from our text-to-screen campaign. So everybody who's been there on a Monday night before and had fun with a text-to-screen, I'm going to remind them about the next game to try to bring them back in. So we go ahead and click Preview and Send. You get a good view of how everything's looking. Make sure you can spell everything right. All the credit costs are right. Awesome. Let's go ahead and send that out to my customers. And then everybody on that list will get that message down to their phone right on the MMS. Very cool. Kind of fun and engaging. All right. Well, what else can we do? I've been spending a lot of time on SMS lately, but this is really a multi-channel, all-in-one marketing tool. We have all kinds of tools here. We can send IM and email to Facebook, Twitter. So just to show you that, we're going to do a big old message to everybody. Now, normally, we don't recommend customers to do this. What we say to do normally is to stagger it out. Maybe you want to send an email on Wednesday, an IM on Friday, and then the SMS on Sunday, just to slowly bring them in and try some different channels. Don't hit them all at once, but different people have different results. So let's say there's a big pay-per-view this weekend. Obviously, I need to fill that in. I need to get as many people in my bar as possible for this. So I'm going to put it on Facebook, I'm going to put it on Twitter, I'm going to put it on all these channels. I even pre-made an email. I'm going to go ahead and send out all that stuff. Now, one thing we'll notice with our email, we actually have a spam warning. As you can see here, from reading my email, it's noticed some keywords that may cause some deliverability issues. For example, pay-per-view. That's always a scary email word. Or the word, weekend or fight. These obviously have given me some scary email thing. Now, that being said, obviously I can't get out of these words. I'm just going to go ahead and send it anyway. But of course, we could always choose to edit my content and maybe make it a little bit more likely to receive. So, who are we going to send this out to? We're going to go ahead and send it out to all my distribution lists. Now, I'm only going to send it to the local guys because, I want to keep this targeted. I want to make sure that I fill it up from people who aren't too far away. So I'm only going to send to the 909 area code for the numbers I gathered just to make it local. All right, let's go ahead and throw that on Facebook and on Twitter as well. And go ahead and send that on out. Alright, again, always get to take a look at the messages, make sure everything looks the way we expect it to. Get a review at the end, and go ahead and send that out. There is one channel remaining I haven't hit though, and that's voice broadcast. Now, voice broadcast is a pretty cool feature. It allows you to actually make a physical call to the phones on your list. Now, one limitation we have on voice broadcast is any number you provide with us, we have to gather it through our online sign-up page. In order to send these messages out, these have to be something we have verified is opted in. Now, once you build that distribution list, gathered all those numbers, you can just simply send out a pre-recorded message, and let's go ahead and go through that. Alright, so, voice broadcast. We're going to go ahead and I've got a pre-recorded one I've already got going here. Again, I'm going to push my pay-per-view this weekend. The second field here is the caller ID. Now, we actually ask for you to verify a phone ID so that the call that is made comes from this caller ID. And the advantage we have there is, it's a number you understand. It's a number that you see. That way I'm not getting some weird area code I've never seen before for a local bar. It comes from their phone number. So if anybody tries calling it back, it'll be routed to my bar. Awesome. A couple configuration options here. We can have a male or female voice. When do we want to send it? All kinds of cool stuff. So let's go ahead and put that voice broadcast together. Now, you can either choose to select a previously existing file, or you can actually upload a new one off your hard drive. We can upload only MP3. Or you can actually record right on the UI itself in this nifty little recorder we've created here. You just record it right here, upload it, and use that right through the UI. But for this one, I actually already have something already pre-made. I had one of my waitresses at the bar put this together, so I'm just going to go ahead and send that on out. Alright, let's see who that's going to here. Go ahead and we're going to send that one out to a bunch of people because I need to make sure I get this pay-per-view sold out. I need the bar to be hopping this weekend. So let me go ahead and see who that's being sent out to. Get my last-minute preview. See here, got a couple preview windows here. Now, one cool thing we can do here is a test call. With a test call, you can actually enter a phone number and receive the call yourself to get a feel for how it'll sound. So let me go ahead and do that. I'll put my own phone number here, and you'll actually hear the voice broadcast come to my phone and see what it's going to sound like. So let's go ahead and wait for that phone to ring. Should be any second now. There's the call. We're going to go ahead and answer that. Put it on speakerphone.
Hey there. Hasbro calling to let you know about this weekend's exciting pay-per-view fight. As always, we'll have the fight up on our giant screen, as well as games and trivia between matches. So come on down this Saturday for fight night, and don't forget about our award-winning league. See you then.
To listen to this message again,
And then, we send a bunch of configuration options, opt-out options, play the message again, and a couple other things that are pretty standard. So that's really cool. That's a fun way to get people who maybe not be using the SMS or internet technology, but still rely just on the old-fashioned phone. So, this is great. I've got all these messages going out. I've got customers coming in. My business is booming. One more thing I kind of want to do is send out a little Thanksgiving card to everybody, just to, warm the holidays and, keep building that repertoire with my customers that I want to do. I want to be, the local bar that everybody trusts. So what I've done here is with Thanksgiving right around the corner, I put together a little Happy Thanksgiving card. It's a little cheesy, but, I really want to get that special attachment to my customers. So we're going to go ahead and send that on out to, really everybody. This is just everybody. So first we're going to see our message. You get a preview of the MMS we made, as well as some text here, Happy Thanksgiving, gobble gobble, some cheesy stuff, but, it's just try to really connect here. So as you can see here, I'm sending this to everybody. This is Thanksgiving. This isn't anything. But remember, like I said before, because you can have people on more than one list without repeats, it all works out great. So here's my message. I get to review everything, make sure everything was spelled correctly, all my costs is correct. Great. Send that on out. And then, sure enough, if you're on any of those distribution lists, you're going to get an MMS any second now, and great. So this is awesome. Everybody loves me. My bar's hopping. It's gotten to the point I'm so busy, I actually have to take reservations for some of the bigger nights now. So one of the features I'm going to use in order to do this is appointment reminders. Now, appointment reminders are really popular with our doctor offices, dentist office. I really wish my dentist would use this because I have a horrible memory. And all it does is send you an SMS to remind you of an upcoming appointment. So how am I using this for my bar? Alright, so what we're going to do here is there are two ways to add appointment reminders. We can add them manually as they come in, or we can actually perform an import from like an Excel spreadsheet file. Well, just to show you the functionality, I'll show you how to do a manual one here first. So let's say my dinner's tonight at 8 o'clock. I just put in that time for dinner, and I have a couple different options. I can send that reminder right away. I can choose to send it at a specific date and time, or maybe just, a few hours in advance. So I'll just send it, 3 hours in advance, just a little heads up. We can choose to add a new contact that's not in my database already, or maybe just, search for somebody who's already there. So I'll go ahead and add my own number back in there, get me back on that list. And then you can actually select the message here. Now what's cool about appointment reminders is we offer templates. And what you can do with a template is put together a pre-existing message and kind of include some variables and stuff. So for example, I have a template here named table reservation. I click that and you can see it fills in automatically, and again we've got one of those weird text things that's a variable. As you can see here, this is an appointment. So what will happen is when this message gets sent out, it'll actually say reminder of your reservation at Tuesday, November 8th at 8 p.m. It'll actually fill in the full appointment time. So all I have to do is create this template, think no further, and just click send. Boom, done. And then, say right around 5 o'clock tonight, I'm going to get a text message on my phone reminding me about my dinner tonight, which will be kind of a cruel tease, but that's okay. So this is really cool. I've used these features to build my database, to send messages, to gather my contacts. Everything's going great. My distribution lists are booming, and I'm the hottest bar in town. So at this point, we've really covered all the core features and basic functionality of the platform. So I want to thank everyone for joining, and I really hope you found this presentation helpful. And please be sure to watch our other webinars and tutorial videos. Alright everybody, thank you and goodbye.